Hello students, today we are going to discuss concept of permutation and combination. This concept is very useful to find the number of ways to perform any task. We encounter various tasks in daily life and there are different ways to perform those tasks. So this branch enables us to find the number of ways to perform any task. So first of all, let us understand what is the meaning of permutation and combination, because in this chapter you are going to find word problem and obviously it is not specified that which problem belongs to permutation and this which problem belongs to combination. So we have to identify that what is the difference between permutation and combination. So permutation means arrangement and combination means selection. Now still question is same, what is the difference between arrangement and selection? Now to understand this there is a very simple thing, like when order of objects matter, when order of the objects matters, then it is permutation or arrangement. For this, let us suppose I consider any example, say the number 432. Now here digits appear as 4 at 100th place, 3 as 10th place and 2 as unit place. So if I shuffle this, it becomes 234. Now meaning is changed, value is changed. So here order matters. So this is the case of arrangement. Now when order doesn't matter, recall of any situation, like suppose I invite my friend for a dinner. There are 6 friends. I call first friend first, and then say if I give name to the friends, like I call Ram first and then Sham, or I call Sham first and then Ram. So here order doesn't matter because I have called both friends. So selection is that thing where order doesn't matter. So this is the biggest difference between permutation and combination. Now before learning their formulae and concept, let us discuss very important thing which is called fundamental principle of counting. Now as the name suggests, it's a fundamental principle of counting. So it's very basic and it will be applied to every question of this chapter. To understand this, let us think of a situation. Suppose we have to go from Chandigarh to Mumbai via Delhi. There is no direct flight from Chandigarh to Mumbai, suppose, and we have to go Chandigarh to Mumbai via Delhi, and from Chandigarh to Delhi there are 3 flights, and from Delhi to Mumbai there are 5 flights. So if we think how many ways are there to go from Chandigarh to Mumbai, so answer is 15. How? A person can follow one flight first and then flight A, that means 1A, then 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E. Similarly 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D, 2E, and 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D, 3E. So there are 15 ways to go from Chandigarh to Mumbai. Now again same situation can be visualized in a different way. How? If I ask from Delhi, there are how many ways to reach Chandigarh and Mumbai? So now in this case, obviously if I want to reach from Delhi to Chandigarh, I will consider only these 3 flights, and if I have to reach from Delhi to Mumbai, I will consider only these flights. So total number of flights are 3 plus 5, 8, while in the last case it was 15. So these are two principles. In first case I have multiplied the things, in second case I have just added the things. So when to multiply, when to add, this is the thing which you have to remember. So let us discuss the statement of fundamental principle of counting. If there are two or more many different tasks to be performed, so that first task can be done in m number of ways, second can be done in n number of ways, and so on, then total number of ways to perform all those tasks are m plus n plus up to so on. So this is the total number of ways. So that means when there are different tasks, like in the second case, to go from Delhi to Chandigarh and to Delhi, from Delhi to Mumbai, these are two different tasks, not linked with each other. Therefore, total number of ways 3 plus 5, 8. This is first statement of fundamental principle of counting. Now what is the second statement? Suppose a single task is divided into two or more parts such that first part can be performed in m ways, second in n ways, and so on. Then the total number of ways to perform that task is m into n into up to so on. That depend upon number of tasks. Like suppose that was the case when we have to go from Chandigarh to Mumbai via Delhi. So my main task was to go from Chandigarh to Mumbai. I have broken my task into two parts, from Chandigarh to Delhi and then from Delhi to Mumbai. That is why I multiplied number of flights and total flights were 15. So this is fundamental principle of counting, which tells us that when to multiply and when to add. Now what is the scope of the chapter? What is the strategy which we apply in the chapter? That first of all we will learn how to apply fundamental principle of counting, and in the basic question these m and n ways, these will be easily known to us just by observation. Later on, as the chapter progresses, these m and n are not so easy to find. Then permutation and combination, and sometimes both, they help us to find these m and n ways. And then finally fundamental principle of counting will help us to add or multiply. So as a team, the topics will help each other. Initially we will find m and n with the help of permutation or combination or both, and then what to do, that means add or multiply, that will be decided by fundamental principle of counting. So this is the basic theme of the chapter. So I hope you have got this principle. So that's it. That's all for today. Take care. Have a nice day. Thank you.